Celtic Neo-Paganism refers to contemporary pagan or contemporary polytheist movements based on Celtic polytheism. Types of Celtic Neo-Paganism: Celtic Reconstructionist paganism, Celtic polytheistic Reconstructionism, Celtic Neo Shamanism, a kind of neo-shamanism based on Michael Harner's core shamanism. Proponents include John and Caitlin Matthews. Celtic Wicker, a loose syncretism of Wicca and Celtic mythology. Fairy faith, a kind that focuses on the existence of fairies. Neo-Druidism, which grew out of the Celtic revival in 18th-century Romanticism. Arendryacht Féan, formed in 1983. Church of the Universal Bond Order of Bards, Ovates and Druids, formed in 1964. Reformed Druids of North America, formed in 1963. The Druid Network, the first contemporary pagan organization to be recognized as a charity in the United Kingdom. The Druid Order, formed c. 1910 but claiming origins as early as 1717. Celtic Reconstructionist paganism. Celtic Reconstructionist paganism is an umbrella term for polytheistic Reconstructionist traditions which are based in one of the specific cultures of the Celtic-speaking peoples. Celtic Reconstructionists strive to practice a historically accurate and authentic tradition, based on the folklore and living traditions in the Celtic nations and the diaspora, as well as primary sources in the Celtic languages. They reject the eclecticism and cultural appropriation of the broader neo-pagan community. Celtic Neo-Shamanism. Celtic Neo-Shamanism is a modern spiritual tradition that combines elements from Celtic myth and legend with Michael Harner's core shamanism. Proponents of Celtic shamanism believe that its practices allow a deeper spiritual connection to those with a Northern European heritage. Authors such as Jenny Blaine have argued that Celtic shamanism is of construction and a historic concept. Celtic Wicker. Celtic Wicker is a modern tradition of Wicca that incorporates some elements of Celtic mythology. It employs the same basic theology, rituals and beliefs as most other forms of Wicca. Celtic Wiccans use the names of Celtic deities, mythological figures, and seasonal festivals within a Wiccan ritual structure and belief system, rather than a historically Celtic one. Neo-Druidism. Neo-Druidism is a form of modern spirituality or religion that generally promotes harmony and worship of nature. Many forms of modern Druidism are neo-pagan religions, whereas others are instead seen as philosophies that are not necessarily religious in nature, arising from the 18th-century Romanticist movement in England, which glorified the ancient Celtic peoples of the Iron Age. The early Neo-Druids aimed to imitate the Iron Age Celtic priests who were also known as Druids. At the time, little accurate information was known about these ancient priests, and the modern Druidic movement has no actual connection to them, despite some claims to the contrary made by modern Druids.